What is going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of J Talks Hoops. And in today's episode, we're going to be reacting to what Ryan Rocco and Rebecca Lobo had to say about the non calls called against Caitlin Clark. And of course, we know Ryan's known for You Bet in his commentary. And the GOAT, Rebecca Lobo's defending Caitlin Clark as usual. But this is in one clip. I want to play it and I'll give you some of my thoughts.
Like that, I mean, Clark was fouled the entire way down and finally gets the whistle. She'll shoot two.
And we'll see it on the previous possession. This is the ball handler. There's a grab. There's a hold. There's another grab. I mean,
all of those
are fouls. Every single one of them. And here, that's a foul. That's a foul. And finally, they call it on the arm.
And I thought, and obviously we know this has been a story with Caitlin for a while and a source of frustration for her head coach, Stephanie White, who also knows what it was like and what her team's got away with defending Caitlin in Connecticut. But it's a source of frustration for a lot of the skilled guards in this league. And it was so interesting to hear Paige Beckers talk about us with it, because she was the one who was saying it's really made her have to rethink how she defends because of the latitude they get.
That's what took me back. She said at Connecticut, we learned how to play without fouling. Traditionally, one of the top teams in the country for fewest fouls per game. She said, I have to learn how to play while fouling because we get away with it.
And as you can see, that's, in my opinion, embarrassing for the WNBA, because you have a player, even Paige Beckers, telling you that, man, I got to learn the physicality is so much different. And I'm not against hard fought basketball, but you've seen in that one clip alone, Caitlin Clark was getting mauled out there. And you don't just see this with Caitlin Clark, you've seen it with other incidents in the WNBA, where sometimes it feels like it's more wrestling than it is basketball. Of course, we remember the play against Marina Mabry, and people want to argue this. I've seen someone argue me this, like, oh, she didn't push her on the back. That's fine. She still pushed her on the side. It was dirty. It was unnecessary. You could say, oh, she's defending her teammate. It didn't have to go that far. I keep telling you guys this all the time. You saw Draymond Green pull this type of stuff, and he got suspended. Try that on SGA, Luka Doncic. Try that on Nikola Jokic. I guarantee the players are getting suspended because the NBA doesn't tolerate that type of basketball. Yeah, you could say the rules have changed, but we don't want to see your best player get poked in the eye. And she gets punished for this game. I think she got a tech in this game. And Mabry just kept playing as well. Like, that's insane to me. She got hit in the face, shoved to the ground. I'm sorry, the WNBA refs just need to get better at their job. And then when you have ESPN commentary telling you that the lack of foul calling against Caitlin Clark has been frustrating, and you have a Paige Beckers who is a straight up hooper. This girl can play basketball. I mean, she's very entertaining to watch. She's saying, you know what, it's different here. I've got to be more physical. I'm not used to that. It's frustrating. So if I'm the WNBA, you got to be more consistent with these calls, because you got to protect your superstars, especially with Caitlin Clark. If she's out for games, you know the ratings are going to go down, and people don't want to watch wrestling. Like, I might as well watch Monday Night Raw or WWE SmackDown. Like, that's what it feels like at times, where it's no longer basketball and it becomes this whole dialogue about, man, shoving girls to the ground. The calls are inconsistent, and we just don't want to see that. Just keep it the same. So I love the fact that Rebecca Lobo once again called them out and said it needs to get better. You got to fix this. And I agree. Train a whole new crew and fire the O. That's what I think needs to happen here. They're either incompetent or on the take, and this foul determination by committee sucks. Use a replay official to make the call if court. I think they made if it counts. I love the fact that even the announcer, shout out Rebecca Lobo, for calling it out, breaking down the plays, and of course, Ryan Ruocco saying that, yeah, look at these fouls that they're not calling against Caitlin Clark. So I just don't like that at all. Yeah, it's just ridiculous stuff. As you see, some people will be ignorant and dismiss it, but they don't act like, Caitlin Clark has no impact on this league, and you can't have this continuing to go on. Yeah, it's just hard fouls. I mean, as you see, there are some hard fouls. I'm okay with it, but other times it's not so much. Like, we've seen Caitlin Clark, get hit, and obviously, there's other plays. You can say that Caitlin Clark hit somebody in the face. Again, there's other times where the players of the opponents are just hacking Caitlin Clark and not calling the fouls. So people don't like that. One consistency. And again, it's not just Caitlin Clark fouls. There's other there was a game, I think it was against Minnesota in the Mercury, where I think it was Elena Smith. She came down the court, shoved the girl, and they called the foul against the opponent, not against Elena Smith. Like it was a clear offensive foul, but they didn't want to make that call. Yeah, the unprofessional league, I agree. Watch Caitlin Clark with each game closely. How many fouls are not called on her defenders and how many fouls were called on her? Yeah, no doubt about it. So yeah, this is nuts to me. Just shoving her to the ground. Yeah. I guess that's a basketball play. You don't see this in the NBA. If you see a superstar player get tackled like this, I guarantee the NBA is going to step in. They don't let this stuff happen. The fact that Rebecca Lobo has to immediately give a disclaimer that the foul on Caitlin Clark was a basketball foul and not jealousy because of what the media has done says a lot about where we are. No doubt about it. Of course, a lot of people are going to hate on her, but the WNBA is a big joke right now. And I'm glad we have Ryan Ruocco and Rebecca Lobo exposing it, saying like this needs to get better. And she's been consistent with her. I love what Rebecca has done to help bring Caitlin Clark in the WNBA, build her up. We need more of that. But the old media is definitely playing a part in hindering the growth of this league. And until we move them out the way, it's going to be hard to see momentum. But it's year 2 of Caitlin Clark. If other players keep speaking up, like even Kelsey Plum, where she was talking in a press conference how she was getting smacked around and they lost the game. I think it was against the Valkyries. She was like, yeah, we're getting smacked and the refs weren't calling anything. Other women in WNBA are speaking up. So we need more of that. Paige Becker says something, and we need that energy going forward for this to change, because sometimes it feels like you're watching wrestling and it's like, I'm not here to watch fighting. I'm here to watch basketball. Hope you guys enjoyed this video today. I'd love to hear your thoughts about what Ryan Ruocco and Rebecca Lobo had to say about the lack of calls against Caitlin Clark. Do you agree or disagree? Love to hear your thoughts. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.